Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Infiniti of Kirkland in Kirkland, Washington, just outside of Seattle. And it's the first day of spring here in Seattle and around the world. And what better car to celebrate the arrival of spring than this 2010 low mile, just over 30,000 mile Lexus IS 250C. Now, the Lexus IS series comes in two different convertibles, 250 and 350, 250 being a 2.5 liter 6-cylinder engine, 350 being a 3.5 liter 6-cylinder engine. There is a pretty significant power differential between the two, and I've read a lot of the reviews on the IS 250 and they're pretty lukewarm at best. Most of the stuff that I read, they always talk about, yeah, the car's only got 204 horsepower, less than 200 foot-pounds of torque. The way that the retractable top works forces a little bit of a different look in the rear hindquarters of the car and gives it sort of an ungainly look. You know, this is definitely not a high-performance sports car, but I think it's perfect for what it is. And it kind of gets grouped together with cars like the Volkswagen EOS and the Volvo C-Class convertible, just because it's a smaller size, not giant horsepower convertible. But I think comparing this to the Volkswagen EOS, it's like comparing a beer can to a wine bottle. They're so totally different. There's no comparison in any way. The EOS is a very poorly built, very overpriced vehicle with it definitely is not something that I would want to test 10-year type of longevity with, whereas the Lexus 10 years, that's like nothing on a Lexus. Lexus makes as good a vehicle and as well constructed a vehicle as there is sold, not just in the United States, but in the world. They are the standard others hope to achieve in some form. They don't compare with vehicles like a Volkswagen EOS. And Volvo C-Class, same thing. If you ever had any experience with a Volvo, 80, 90, 100, 110,000 miles, they are kind of the problem children in the used car segment for all car dealerships. Anybody who's ever handled higher mile Volvos, especially C-Class convertibles, know that they can be extremely expensive to deal with. And if customer service is something that you're at all interested in, you try and steer clear of cars like that. The Lexus, on the other hand, is, again, it's as fine as build quality as there is, not just in the small convertible segment, but in any vehicle. So, yeah, it's got a little less horsepower than maybe some of the real sporty type of convertibles have, but 204 horsepower is plenty of power for a car of this size, and it still gets upper 20s miles per gallon on the open road, so not bad at all. And then it just feels so nice, and it looks really, really sharp. It's a very good looking car. This one's set up with the 18-inch wheel package as opposed to the standard 17-inch wheel package. This particular car has some nice Michelin tires as opposed to maybe a lesser brand. Let's take a look around this particular vehicle. Sharp color combination, really looks nice on the convertible. Lighter interiors, as a rule, feel more spacious inside, and a lot of smaller cars benefit from having lighter interiors. But if you're in a warmer climate, obviously with the top-down lighter interior pays instant dividends. But it still has that classy two-tone accent, so you get the class of wood and a darker trim, but with the light personality of a light kind of a taupe interior color. Let's take a look around all the way to the back. Now, this is a little bit of a fussy contraption here, and all these convertible, retractable hardtop vehicles have something like this. Normally, this stows away back here, and it opens up how much luggage space that you have available to you. But the convertible top doesn't know if there's stuff back here, so what it forces you to do is to put up this screen right here, and then it limits just how much trunk space you have with the retractable top in the down position. If you put stuff in here and the top were to work, it might cause damage to the top. And so if you're test driving one of these and for some reason the salesman can't get the top to work, the top probably isn't broken. You just need to pull this out and connect it right here. Almost all power retractable hardtops have something just like this. This one has a rear view camera, so it has navigation as well. That's optional on the IS. This particular car is actually really very, very well equipped. Let's take a look inside and open the top. One of the other complaints about the IS is the top doesn't open all that fast compared to other convertible hardtops. And I'd have to agree, it's a little bit slow. Really not inordinately so. You can see behind the rear headrest it has integrated rollover protection as well. It has a couple of neat features with the convertible top down. It automatically compensates both the climate control system and the audio system, and so you get a totally different personality in the stereo to compensate for the fact that you've got air blowing by you. This particular car also has a wind screen that buffets some of that breeze. It makes it easier to drive around with just a conversational tone rather than having to yell over the wind that's blowing through your hair, unless you're bald like me. And it also, the climate control system, it automatically compensates for the fact that you just need more air, especially if you're driving through cold weather. You want more and more instant gratification with the hot air blowing at you, and it does all of this automatically. Then also it has heated seats and air-conditioned seats. Air-conditioned seats, I'm not really a giant fan of it. I mean, I have it in my car and I never use it ever. But in a convertible, you'd probably use it all the time, actually. If it's hot outside, you're in your shorts, it's kind of hot and sticky outside, you turn those air-conditioned seats on, that's really a cool feature, actually. That's kind of a must-have feature in a convertible. Then this one also is set up with paddle shifters. Now, stock, this comes with a manual transmission. You'll find like none of these with a manual transmission. But with these paddle shifters, although I'm not a giant fan of paddle shifters, it works in a car like this where you're trying to bring out every last little bit of power. I mean, it's 0 to 60 in about 8.5 seconds. So again, it's not particularly extravagant acceleration, but it's very practical, it's very sensible, and for 99% of the people and 99% of their driving, it's going to be just fine. And 100% of the people like high 20s open road fuel economy, especially for a heavier, well-built vehicle like this. It's not particularly big, but it feels big, it feels strong, everything opens and closes nice. Navigation unit on this is first class, all the buttons and dials work, Lexus typical precision. It's a neat car, it's a great looking car. Lexus comes with a beautiful warranty for your 60,000 miles bumper to bumper. Now, it's on the far side of that, but 670 powertrain warranty, so it has probably 2 years or thereabouts of powertrain warranty for free from Lexus, and it just transfers with the car. You don't even need to do anything. You show up at the Lexus dealership, say this is my car, and they just fix it. It's that simple. If you have any questions about this particular car or any Lexus or anything we have here at Infiniti of Kirkland, or maybe you just want to see a copy of the shop report, I can always just scan that to your work fax or email or whatever it is that you prefer. My name's Joe Tunney. I'm the sales manager here at Infiniti of Kirkland. You can call me anytime, 425-821-1600, or just drop me an email at joet@infinitiofkirkland.com.